about supplements if you are eating vegan or if you don't consider yourself a vegan and if you're eating whole food plant-based. So there are some supplements that you will need to take, and the reason why I'm making this video separately about supplements, I've talked a lot about supplements, is because there are a lot of freaking vegan YouTubers out there in the world that are saying, well, you know, you're vegan and you get everything right from the earth, and so therefore, like, you don't have to supplement at all because, like, the earth has everything. And that is just not true. That's my cat running in the background, which is awesome. All right, there are reasons why these things aren't true. Okay, so first, and I'll talk supplement by supplement. All right, vitamin D. Now, this is something that your skin makes when the sun interacts with your skin, and a lot of people do not live in sunny places. So most Americans are deficient in vitamin D. I use this one, it's Daily D, and this is a vegan version, so it is good to go. Now, vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, so this one actually has, you'll only need one drop, one tiny little drop, and the base is coconut oil. Now, if you have followed me, you know that normally I do not ingest coconut oil, and if you have questions about that, go ahead and leave it below. I've explained that a lot in videos before, but I don't do that. But one little drop, one little tiny drop so you can absorb some vitamin D isn't going to kill you. Okay, the next thing you need is B12. And you might think, well, why do we need B12 if we're vegan? And how come meat eaters do not need B12? B12, it doesn't come from plants, and it doesn't come from animals. You can find it in animals, but the reason is because B12 is made by bacteria in the soil. So right now we live in a hyper cleansed, sanitized world where all of our vegetables are super rinsed or whatever, except for not what the animals eat. They eat, frankly, a bunch of crap, literally and figuratively. So anyhow, normally back when we were developing and adapting, I'm sorry about my dogs in the background, y'all. Normally, we would have not been able to clean our vegetables so well, so we would have gotten a little bit of B12 naturally as we picked vegetables out of the ground. But since we don't have that and we live in a super sanitized world, the B12 is gone, so you have to supplement with B12. Don't listen to the YouTubers who say that you don't need B12. If you do not take B12, it can lead to really serious neurological diseases that can kill you and are really debilitating before they actually kill you. So please, please take your B12, and this is the one I use, and use cyanocobalamin, because the research shows that cyanocobalamin is the B12 that can correct any sort of B12 deficiencies. It absorbs better in your system, and it's super, super cheap. And people might say, well, that one's man-made. Cyanocobalamin, that's man-made, so therefore it's not as good. Not true. The research shows that this is the best. So I use this, and I take, you can do 1,000 milligrams a day sublingually and just have it, put on your tongue or whatever. I take 2 once a week. That's enough. That's fine. The last thing is DHA EPA. Hope you can see that. And the reason why you don't necessarily need that. You might need it. And the reason why you might need that is because a lot of vegans are junk food vegans, and it means they're eating a bunch of processed crap. And the fact is, the processed crap, it contains a lot of safflower oil and sunflower oil, and so your omega-6s are in there. And that's fine, you do need omega-6s, but vegans are getting too much omega-6, not enough omega-3 to balance it out, and there needs to be a ratio that is right, omega-3 to omega-6. So you can get omega-3 naturally if you're a vegan or whole food plant-based person through ground flax meal. Like 2 tablespoons a day would be great. I just throw it on top of my salad, or I blend it in a smoothie if I'm gonna have a smoothie, which is rare, but I do that sometimes. Or I put it in oatmeal. It's really easy to do. But the thing about flaxseed is that, well, first of all, it has to be ground in order for you to absorb all of that. Otherwise, it passes right through your system, and it does absolutely no good. Second, you can use chia, but it's not nearly as effective as flaxseed. Ground flaxseed is the best. And lastly, there are some people who have a difficult time converting the short chain omega-3, which is found in your flaxseed, to long chain omega-3. And that is the problem that only a few people have. But if you have concerns about that, then if you take a DHA EPA supplement, then this is the long chain version. Now, I got this from Dr. Furman's website. He makes a lot of supplements. I don't take any of them except for this one that he makes. So this is made from algae. So this is totally vegan and it is fine to use. Other than that, really, you don't need to take any supplements. You really, really don't. If you are eating healthfully, if you are eating a whole food plant-based diet, if you are eating salads and you've got your G-bombs going from Dr. Furman, that's his big thing, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms that are slightly cooked, because raw mushrooms have a natural carcinogen, berries and seeds. Greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. If you eat those every day and you're getting a variety of other vegetables in your diet, you don't need any other supplements. You really don't. So I hope this clears up any confusion for you, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Give this video a thumbs up, pretty please. Let me know if you want me to make any other specific videos, and I will do that. And yeah, so subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.